You can now start taking off your face mask more outdoors. The CDC is changing its mask guidelines now, saying fully vaccinated Americans don't need to cover their faces outside unless you're in a big crowd of strangers. Local doctors say this should incentivize more people here in Utah to get the vaccine. A top doctor from Intermountain Healthcare says it's another step in the right direction in fighting COVID-19. So what do these new guidelines mean for people here in Utah? So join me to break down, of course, this whole issue here this morning is Aslan Tolman-Hill, the Utah County Health Department. So Aslan, we were hearing a little bit from doctors responding about how they think this is going to help our situation. What does this change for people here in Utah?
So really, just like you said, it really is great news for those individuals, specifically for those that really like to enjoy being outside as we head into nicer weather. It really is a great thing for those people that really, I think most of us are looking forward to being able to take off our face masks and enjoy being outside more.
So as far as the restrictions go and lightening things up, is this anything different than what you have right now in Utah County?
So right now in Utah County, we don't have a face mask mandate. So really, certainly we are always going to be encouraging people to be wearing face masks as there's still reason to be concerned. There's still reason to be cautious, absolutely, in Utah County as well as the rest of the state and the rest of the nation.
So obviously outdoors is not one of those places where we have to wear a mask unless you're in a big crowd of people. At least that's the recommendation. In what cases or what instances would we do have to wear a mask?
So really the important thing to remember is wearing a mask, one, when you're around people that you don't know whether or not they've been vaccinated. That really is kind of the key factor there. And that really kind of comes into play when you're in bigger groups of people, because then you really don't know. So it could be either indoors or outdoors. So when you're talking about maybe going to a social or like a church gathering, so church gatherings, that's still going to be recommended. When you talk about outdoor gatherings, when there's larger numbers of people, so we think about things like parades, that's something that in that instance that would still be recommended.
And we know one of the reasons why the CDC is changing these guidelines for masks is because, as they say, you're getting more people getting the vaccine. What are you seeing with the vaccine right there in Utah County?
We've been doing very, very well. We're seeing, great numbers of people being vaccinated, and we're very happy to see that happening.
Yeah, and I think that'll help. I think as we've talked about numerous times here on the air, that as you have more people get the vaccine, it definitely lightens things up for everybody. And you're seeing one of those right here today with the CDC saying, okay, in these cases, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. I think a lot of people here in Utah County especially will welcome that news here.
Absolutely, 100% agreed.
There you go. And if people want to find out more as far as what the restrictions are or what things are changing there with Utah County, how do they connect with you?
So one of the great things to do is go to the state's website, coronavirus.utah.gov, or they can go to our website, health.utahcounty.gov.
Talking there with Aslan Tolman-Hill from the Utah County Health Department. Aslan, thanks for kind of helping us weigh in this morning.
You bet.